Poverty is not just about empty pockets, it's also about a poor mindset. And the first enemy you must defeat on your journey to financial freedom is your habit of focusing on what you lack. Let's be honest. You wake up thinking about what you don't have. You look at your account balance and sigh. You scroll through social media, comparing your life to others. And in those quiet moments, when your mind wanders, it drifts straight to the fear of not having enough. But here's a powerful truth. Whatever you focus on, you feed. If you focus on lack, you feed lack. You make it grow. You turn it into a monster that controls your decisions, your emotions, your life. You say, I don't have money. So you never start the business. You say, I don't have connections. So you don't reach out to anyone. You say, I don't have education. So you don't even try to learn. You become so obsessed with what's missing that you miss what's possible. Let me ask you, when was the last time you sat down and counted what you do have? The skills, the access, the time, the phone in your hand, the internet connection, even the ability to watch this video proves you're more equipped than many others in the world. Rich people focus on opportunity. Poor people focus on obstacles. Shift your focus. Train your mind every day to look for what can be done, not what can't. Look for ways to grow, not reasons to shrink. When you focus on what's working, more things begin to work. This isn't about pretending you're rich. It's about practicing a wealth mindset before wealth arrives. Because the truth is, poverty begins in the mind long before it shows in the wallet. And escaping it? That starts by turning your focus toward abundance, no matter how small it seems right now. Part 2. Stop focusing on distraction. In today's world, distraction is the new poverty. Think about it. Your phone buzzes and your purpose pauses. Your screen lights up and your future dims. You spend hours watching other people live their lives, while yours stays stuck in the same place. Distractions aren't just entertainment. They are delays in disguise. They eat your time. They destroy your focus, and they make sure your potential never wakes up. Let's call it what it is. If you spend more time on gossip than goals, you're choosing poverty. If you know the latest celebrity drama, but not the latest skill to make money, you're feeding the wrong future. Every second you spend focused on things that don't build you is a second you're falling behind. You can't grow your income if your mind is always divided. You can't build a vision when your attention is under attack. The wealthy protect their focus like a secret weapon. The poor give it away to whatever is loud and trending. Want to change your life? Start by changing what has your attention. You don't need to disappear from the world, but you do need to stop letting the world dictate your time. Here's a hard truth. Distraction is comfortable, but comfort is where dreams die. You'll never escape poverty if you keep dancing with distraction. You need deep work, deep thought, deep commitment. Every hour wasted on distraction is an hour stolen from your destiny. So ask yourself, what are you focused on today? And more importantly, what is that focus creating for your tomorrow? Part 3. Stop entertaining yourself. Educate yourself. In every low-income neighborhood, you'll find the loudest music, the brightest screens, and the longest queues at cinemas and parties. But the library, the online course, the self-development book, empty. Why? Because most people have been taught to escape pain through entertainment instead of solving problems through education. Here's the brutal truth. If you always choose to be entertained, you'll always be broke. Netflix doesn't build your future. Video games don't pay your bills. Memes won't teach you how to multiply your income. When your mind is constantly fed with jokes, drama, and distractions, it becomes lazy. But when it's fed with knowledge, it becomes dangerous. In the best way, think about it. The person watching 5 hours of TikTok every day doesn't stand a chance against the person reading, learning, and building something, even if they both started poor. Entertainment feels good now, but education feels better later. When it gives you power, when it gives you options, when it changes your income. And no, You don't need a university. You need discipline. You need curiosity. You need to replace screen time with skill time. The difference between a poor man and a rich man often starts with a simple decision. Do I waste time or do I invest it? If you're serious about escaping poverty, choose books over parties, choose learning over lounging, choose growth over gossip. Because when you stop entertaining yourself and start educating yourself, you don't just change your mindset, you change your future. Part 4. Stop blaming circumstances. Excuses are the bricks that build the wall between you and your destiny. Listen, you didn't choose where you were born. You didn't choose your parents. You didn't choose poverty. But what you do next, that's your choice. Some people are born with everything. Some are born with nothing. But many who had nothing became everything. Why? Because they refused to be defined by their circumstances. Blaming your situation might feel good in the moment, but it won't pay your rent. It won't teach you a skill. It won't change your life. Poverty is a situation. Victimhood is a mindset. And if you hold on to that mindset, you'll stay stuck forever. Here's the truth. Life is not fair, but life rewards those who refuse to let unfairness win. You say, I didn't go to a good school. Okay, but the internet is free. You say, my parents didn't teach me about money. Okay, but the library will. You say, my country is corrupt. Maybe it is, but people are still rising in that same country. You either keep pointing fingers or you take control of your fingers and start building something. You're not stuck because of your past. You're stuck because you keep blaming it. When you stop blaming, you start building, you start learning, you start rising. And that's how poverty loses its grip on you. So remember, your circumstances might not be your fault, but your future is your responsibility. Part 5. Stop thinking the purpose of money is to spend. If your first thought after making money is, how can I spend it? Then poverty is waiting for you with open arms. Because the poor think the purpose of money is spending. The wealthy understand the purpose of money is multiplication. Ask yourself this: why do we rush to buy new phones, new clothes, a new lifestyle every time money touches our hand? Because most people are trying to prove to the world that they are no longer poor, instead of actually building wealth. That's why you see someone buy a $500 shoe but have $5 in their bank account. That's why someone buys a new iPhone before buying their first investment. That's why someone throws a big party after their first salary, but can't handle a small emergency next month. It's not a money problem. It's a mindset problem. Let me give you the real game. When you get money, your first question should not be, what should I buy? It should be, how do I make this grow? The poor see money as something to exchange for pleasure. The rich see money as a tool, a soldier, sent out to bring back more money. This is why rich people stay rich. They invest in income-generating assets. They plant money like seeds, water it with discipline, and harvest it later. They know a dollar spent is gone forever, but a dollar invested can return with friends. If you spend before you invest, you will always be chasing. But if you invest before you spend, you'll eventually be free. The sad reality: some people have worked 10 years and have nothing to show because they confused spending with success. But wealth doesn't come from how much you make. It comes from how much you keep and how well you grow it. Stop showing off. Start building up. Because the goal isn't to look rich. The goal is to be rich. And rich people don't chase things. They chase freedom. Part 6. Stop letting the entire day go without learning something new. Every day you wake up is a new opportunity to rise or to rot. And whether you grow or stay stuck depends on one simple question. What did you learn today? Because here's a truth many people ignore. If you go a full day without learning something new, you are silently preparing for poverty. Yes, poverty doesn't just come from lack of money, it comes from lack of growth. The rich, they don't just work hard, they learn harder. They feed their minds every single day. Books, podcasts, mentors, courses, observations. They understand the mind is the soil, money is the fruit. If your mind is dry, no wealth can grow. But poor minds stay entertained. Hours of scrolling, gossip, mindless TV. They feed everything except their future. Understand this. You don't rise to your dreams. You fall to the level of your knowledge. You can't earn more than you know how to manage. You can't lead if you don't know how to think. You can't build if you don't know how to learn. Learning is your weapon, your edge, your power. And no, you don't need a classroom. The world is your school. Every failure teaches. Every person carries a lesson. Every book is a doorway to a new life. And it doesn't have to be hours of studying, even 15 minutes a day. A new concept, a deeper question, a better habit can transform your path over time. Here's a rule: never let your head hit the pillow without adding something new to your mind. Learn to speak better, learn to sell better, learn to save better, learn to think better. The poor believe they're done with school. The wealthy know learning never ends. If you want tomorrow to be different, you must plant different seeds today. So ask yourself tonight, what did I learn today that can make me better tomorrow? Because if you're not learning, you're slowly dying. Part 7. Stop making excuses. Excuses. They sound good. They feel safe, but they kill silently. I didn't have time. I didn't have money. I didn't know how. I wasn't ready. Excuses are beautiful lies that keep you poor. They're the perfect mask, protecting you from the pain of failure, but also blocking you from the power of growth. Every time you say, I can't, you are training your mind to stop trying. You are handing poverty the keys to your destiny. But listen closely. No one ever got rich making excuses. Only execution builds empires. Yes, life is art. Yes, you have struggles. But so did every successful person you admire. The difference? They didn't hide behind their excuses. They used them as fuel. No money? They learned how to hustle. No degree? They studied harder. No support? They became their own motivation. You don't need perfect conditions. You need relentless action. Excuses make you feel right, but keep you stuck. Action makes you uncomfortable, but moves you forward. Excuses are easy. Results are earned. Do you know why excuses are popular? Because they require no effort, no failure, no risk, but also no growth, no change, no breakthrough. People spend years building a wall of excuses, then cry when they can't see opportunity. If you want to escape poverty, you must declare war on your excuses. You're not too old. You're not too young. You're not too late. You're not too early. You're just too used to hiding. The truth is harsh, but it sets you free. Own your life. Own your time. Own your decisions. Because the moment you stop making excuses, you start making progress, and progress is the real road out of poverty. Part 8. Stop waiting for the perfect time. You keep waiting, waiting for the perfect time, the perfect idea, the perfect mood, the perfect opportunity. But let me ask you something. How long have you been waiting? Weeks, months, years? Be honest with yourself. The truth is, you're not waiting. You're hiding. Because there's no such thing as a perfect time. There's just now. Every moment you wait, someone else is building. While you hesitate, someone else is executing. Poverty feeds on delay. Wealth feeds on movement. Let me tell you a secret. Winners act in perfection. They make decisions without all the answers. They launch with flaws. They grow through chaos. And because they move, they improve. But those who wait for perfection, they become professional dreamers. They plan, they talk, they hope, but they don't build. You say you'll start next week, next year, when you have more money, when you feel ready, when you get support. But what if those things never come? Would you still wait? Or will you finally realize the time is not your friend? It's your test. Every day that passes without action is another day of potential slipping through your hands. You don't need perfect tools. You don't need a perfect plan. You need courage to start. Start now. Start broken. Start scared. Start small. Just start. Because action creates momentum. Momentum creates results. And results will show you the way forward. You want to escape poverty? Then stop preparing forever. Start producing something. Do it today. Even if it's ugly, even if it's hard. There is no perfect moment. There is only a powerful decision. Part 9. Stop waiting for help. Become your own rescue. Let's be honest for a second. You're hoping someone will come and change your life. You're waiting for someone to discover your talent, to sponsor your dream, to believe in you, to pull you out of poverty. But here's the truth. No one is coming. Not the government, not your rich uncle, not your friends, not even your family. And the longer you wait for help, the deeper you sink into silence. Look around. The people you admire, they weren't saved. They saved themselves. They stopped expecting someone to hand them a lifeline. They became their own ladder out of the pit. Yes, we all need support, but support only works when you're already moving. The universe doesn't respond to begging. It responds to bold action. You don't need a rescuer. You need a reason to wake up earlier, a reason to try again after failure, a reason to outgrow your excuses, a reason so powerful that you stop asking for help and start helping yourself. Stop calling yourself a victim. You are a builder. You are a creator. You are a warrior. If you're still breathing, you still have time. Time to build, time to learn, time to shift. The richest people you know, at some point, they were broke, but they refused to stay there. They read more, they worked longer, they learned faster. They did what others wouldn't do because they had no choice but to rise. That's the mindset you need. So stop crying for rescue. Look in the mirror. That's your savior. That's your helper. That's your miracle. No one can stop you when you decide, it's on me now. Part 10. Stop seeking validation. Approve yourself. First, why do you keep waiting for approval? You post your idea, but if it gets no likes, you abandon it. You share your goals, and if they laugh, you quit. You dress your dream in silence because you're scared of rejection. But here's the truth no one told you. The world only claps for success they can see. And if you're waiting for applause before you begin, you'll never start. Because in the beginning, no one believes. Not in your vision, not in your hustle, not even in your potential. And that's okay, because it's not their job to believe. It's yours. Every legend you admire, they were doubted, they were ignored, they were laughed at. But they kept going. Why? Because they approved of themselves first. You see, when you need validation from others, you become a slave to opinions. You shrink your dreams to fit their comfort. You let rejection control your motion. And that is poverty thinking. You want to be free? Start trusting your own voice. Clap for yourself, even when no one else does. Celebrate your progress, even if no one sees it. Validate your effort, even if there's no audience. Because success doesn't come from permission, it comes from persistence. They may not understand you now, but when your work speaks loud enough, they won't have a choice. So stop asking, do they like it? Do they get me? Am I good enough? And start declaring, I'm building anyway. I'm improving daily. I'm enough. Because I say I am. That's the energy that breaks chains. That's the mindset that escapes poverty. You don't need likes. You need discipline. You don't need praise. You need progress. Let their silence be your soundtrack. Let their doubt be your fuel. Let your results be your response. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. And to do that, you must approve of yourself first. Part 11. Stop associating only with people who think small. Look around you. Who are the 5 people you talk to the most? Now ask yourself this: do they challenge you, or do they comfort your excuses? Because here's the truth: you can't grow in soil that doesn't nourish vision if you're constantly surrounded by people who think small, talk small, and live small. It becomes normal to stay small. You stop dreaming big. You stop planning forward. You stop believing there's more. And poverty, it loves small-minded company. The kind of company that says, just be grateful, don't aim too high. Nobody from here ever made it. You work too hard. Why bother? Why are you reading all these books? But let me ask you, since when did mediocrity become wisdom? Since when did comfort zones produce champions? Let me tell you something. Your future will shrink or stretch to the size of your circle. If your conversations revolve around gossip, complaints, or fear, how can you ever expect your mind to generate abundance? It's like planting seeds in toxic soil. No matter how powerful the seed, it won't grow. You need voices around you that say, let's build together. That idea sounds crazy. Do it anyway. I believe in your potential. Now prove it. Because the truth is, small minds discuss people. Average minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. So if you're always the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Stop being loyal to limitation. Just because they've been in your life for years doesn't mean they deserve access to your dreams. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do is love from a distance and grow in proximity to purpose. You want to escape poverty? Surround yourself with wealth. In mindset, not just money. Find people who make you uncomfortable because they think so big. Find people who read more, build more, fail more, and rise higher. Because when your circle elevates, so does your standard. And when your standard rises, so does your life. Part 12. Stop hoping without action. Hope is beautiful, but hope alone is not enough. You cannot wish your way out of poverty. You must work your way out. Too many people sit around saying, I hope things get better. I hope I'll be rich someday. I hope my business succeeds. I hope my life changes. But listen, hope without action is just a comfortable illusion. It feels good, but it does nothing. Hope is the seed. Action is the water. A seed without water, it dies. That's what happens to your dreams when you keep hoping but never execute. You have goals. Then stop only writing them down. Start attacking them. You have a business idea. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Start building, failing, and adjusting. You want wealth? Don't just hope for it. Start saving, learning, investing. Because life doesn't reward the hopeful. It rewards the disciplined. You're not tired. You're just not committed. You're not unlucky. You're just underprepared. You're not too late. You're just too hesitant. Hope says, maybe I can. Action said, I will. Or I'll die trying. Look, no one's coming to save you. If you don't take steps today, you'll still be in the same place next year, holding the same hope and making the same excuses. Hope feels like progress, but it's not progress. It's a delay dressed as optimism. You want to escape poverty? Then stop fantasizing and start building structure. Wake up earlier. Plan your goals. Break them down. Take ugly, messy action. Keep showing up, even on bad days, especially on bad days. Remember, the future belongs to the doers, not the dreamers. You don't need more motivation. You need more execution. Stop hoping, start building, and let your results be the proof that you believed enough to act. Part 13. Stop living for weekends. Only, let's talk about the trap most people fall into. Living for the weekend. Every Monday feels like punishment. Every Friday feels like freedom. But if you only feel alive 2 days a week, what are you doing with your life? This cycle is a silent killer of potential. You hate Mondays, survive through Tuesday to Thursday, and come alive on Friday night just to escape the very life you built. This isn't living. This is escaping. And here's the hard truth. The people who escape poverty aren't waiting for the weekend. They're building every single day. They find purpose in their Monday. They plan on Tuesday. They create on Wednesday. They study on Thursday. They grind on Friday. And yes, they rest too, but intentionally. See, poverty is not just about money. It's about mindset and patterns. If your mindset is, I just need to make it to Friday, then you're not building, you're surviving. Rich people don't wait for the weekend. They design their life so they don't need to escape it. So why do you live like the weekend is your reward for enduring misery? What if the life you want is hidden in the time you waste between Monday and Friday? That book you want to write, started on a Tuesday night. That business idea, research it after work on Wednesday. That online course, don't wait for Sunday. Take 1 hour every evening. It's not about killing your fun. It's about killing your distractions. Netflix will always be there. So will your excuses. But your dream won't wait forever. The 9 to 5 doesn't destroy dreams. The 5 to 9 does. That time after work, that time you give away to scrolling, snacking, binge watching. That's the time your future is begging for. Your life isn't meant to be lived 2 out of 7 days. You deserve more, but you must demand more from yourself. So stop living for Friday, start living for purpose. And you'll find that even Mondays can be a blessing. Part 14. Stop thinking talent alone will save you. Let me tell you something that might sting a little. Talent is not enough. You might be smart, you might be gifted, you might have natural skills that others admire. But if you're lazy, if you wait, if you keep saying one day, you will be outworked, not by someone more talented, but by someone more committed. Talent is potential, but commitment is power. The world is full of broke geniuses, people with talent who never applied it, people with skills who never sharpened them, people with dreams that stayed dreams. You know what's more valuable than talent? Discipline. Because discipline shows up when motivation is gone. Discipline does the work when you don't feel like it. That singer with a golden voice. If they never rehearse, they'll get beaten by someone who practiced every day. That kid who's great at math, if they stop learning, they'll fall behind someone who studies harder. This is why so many people stay poor. They think talent gives them a shortcut. It doesn't. In fact, your talent can become a trap if it makes you think you're above the grind. Greatness doesn't care how naturally gifted you are. It rewards effort. It rewards sweat. It rewards the hours no one sees. So stop telling yourself you'll make it because you're talented. Start asking yourself, am I training like someone who wants it? Am I improving every day? Am I treating my talent like a tool or like a trophy? Because here's the truth. Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. So don't just be gifted. Be relentless. Be focused. Be obsessed with your craft. That's how you escape poverty. Not with talent alone, but by building something that talent alone could never achieve. Part 15. Stop seeking approval from everyone. One of the most silent killers of dreams is this: the need for approval. How many times have you paused, second-guessed, walked away from your vision because someone else didn't clap? You want to escape poverty? Then stop waiting for permission to rise. The truth is, people will doubt you when you start. They'll criticize you when you grow, and they'll envy you when you win. Some will laugh behind your back. Some will question your decisions. And some won't believe in you until it's too late. But here's the question. Why does their opinion have so much power? Why are you trying to win the approval of people who haven't done what you're trying to do? Listen closely. Approval is a drug. And when you rely on it, You'll need a dose every time you make a move. But the side effect, you stay broke, you stay stuck, you play small. Because instead of focusing on the mission, you start focusing on the reaction. What will they think? Will they support me? Will they like it? None of that matters. Winners move regardless of applause. They know silence doesn't mean failure. They know rejection doesn't mean wrong. Do you think Elon Musk waited for everyone's blessing before building SpaceX? Do you think Oprah paused until everyone clapped for her vision? Number, they moved with certainty, not permission. And guess what? Your vision wasn't given to everyone. It was given to you. Stop watering down your fire to make others comfortable. Stop seeking yes from people who have no idea where you're going. The road to wealth isn't loud in the beginning. It's quiet, lonely, misunderstood. But if you keep moving, keep building, keep believing when no one else does, you'll rise. And when you rise, people will try to claim they always knew. But by then, you won't need their approval. You'll have your results. Part 16. Stop trying to impress people who don't matter. Let's get brutally honest. How much of what you do is just to impress people who don't even care? You buy things you can't afford to impress people who aren't watching. You post your life online for people who would scroll past if you lost everything. You sacrifice your dreams so you can look successful instead of actually becoming successful. Let me tell you something. Nobody rich cares about your Gucci belt. Nobody wise is impressed by your rented car. And most of the people you're trying to impress are too busy trying to impress someone else. It's a cycle of delusion. Poverty loves one thing more than anything: ego. And ego says, don't build, just buy. Don't learn, just show off. Don't grow, just flex. But when the lights go off, when the crowd disappears, when the likes stop coming, what's left? Nothing. You want to escape poverty? Stop investing in appearance and start investing in reality. That means build something that lasts longer than a trend. Grow your knowledge instead of your image. Impress yourself, not strangers. Because here's the truth. Wealth doesn't come to the flashy. It comes to the focused. While some are taking selfies in borrowed luxury, others are building businesses in silence. While some are competing on who looks richest, others are securing assets that make them truly rich. You can be loud and broke, or silent and rich. The choice is yours. So stop trying to impress people who won't be there when you're down, and start working for the version of you that never quits. At the end of the day, real wealth doesn't seek attention. It creates results. Part 17. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Let's settle this once and for all. There is no perfect time. Not next week. Not next year. Not when you feel ready. Because guess what? The people who win in life don't wait. They move. They act when they're scared. They build when it's messy. They start when they're unsure. You want to escape poverty? Then stop waiting for all the lights to turn green before you leave the driveway. Life doesn't work that way. You're waiting for a time when you have more money, more time, more support, more confidence, but that time may never come. And poverty, it loves waiting. It whispers, just wait a little longer. Get ready. Think it through again. Meanwhile, years pass, opportunities fade, and regret settles in. Let me tell you something. That business idea you've been sitting on, someone else will launch it. That course you're scared to start, someone else will take it and level up. That skill you keep delaying, someone else is mastering it right now. And the difference between them and you, they moved. You waited. Successful people don't wait for the storm to pass. They learn to dance in the rain. They understand that messy progress beats perfect intentions every single time. You don't need to be perfect. You need to begin. You don't need $1 million. You need discipline, a plan, and the courage to start. Because here's the truth. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to move. Momentum dies, doubt grows, and comfort becomes a cage. So today, yes, today, even if it's small, start something. Read one page, make one call, create one product, record one video, send one email. Because action creates motion, motion creates progress, and progress destroys poverty. Don't let fear make you late to your own life. Start messy, start scared, start unsure. Just start. Part 18. Stop looking for easy money. Let's get one thing straight. There is no shortcut to real wealth. If you're always chasing easy money, quick flips, get rich quick schemes, lottery tickets, crypto coins you don't understand, scammy online hustles promising six figures overnight, then you're not chasing success. You're running from discipline. Here's the truth. Easy money is expensive. It costs you your time, your energy, your focus, and worst of all, it costs you your future. Poverty loves when you chase shortcuts. Because while you're out gambling on fantasy, someone else is grinding with purpose. The wealthy don't rely on luck. They rely on systems, skills, and strategy. They invest years learning. They take calculated risks. They delay gratification. They do the boring work over and over again until it compounds. And you're still clicking on ads that say, make $10,000 in 10 days with this secret app. Let me tell you something. If it sounds too good to be true, it's probably keeping you broke. You want real money? Then you need a real skill, a real plan, and a mindset built on patience, not desperation. Because the goal is not to get rich fast. The goal is to never be broke again. And that requires structure, not shortcuts. The most dangerous mindset is this: I need to make money fast. That's the mindset that leads to scams, debts, poor decisions, and wasted years. Rich people play the long game. They plant seeds, they water them, and they wait for the harvest because they understand that wealth isn't found, it's grown. So stop trying to hit a jackpot. Start building a foundation. Money that comes fast usually leaves, even faster. But money that's earned with strategy and sacrifice, that money stays. Be the builder, not the gambler. Work the process and stay hungry for discipline, not dopamine. Part 19. Stop wasting time with people who think small. You want to escape poverty? Then stop surrounding yourself with people who are comfortable in it. Let's be real for a second. You can't grow rich in a circle that fears growth. Some of you are trying to build an empire while keeping company with people who hate blueprints. You're reading books. They're watching drama. You're planning moves. They're planning parties. You're thinking investment. They're thinking instant gratification. Mismatch. Every conversation you have either fuels your fire or kills your ambition. And too many of you are holding on to people who refuse to level up. You don't need permission to outgrow your circle. Sometimes elevation requires isolation. Listen, comfort zones are crowded. Wealth zones are quiet. The truth is, poverty is not just a lack of money. It's often a mindset passed around like a virus. If everyone around you believes money is evil, wealth is luck, hustle is slavery, education is boring, success is for them, not us, then guess what? You're not in a friendship. You're in a trap. You can't talk millions in a room obsessed with mediocrity. You can't manifest abundance while entertaining limitation. Some people want you to stay broke so they don't feel alone. They'll say, why are you always working? You think you're better than us now. You're doing too much. Number, you're doing what's necessary because you've realized that time is your most expensive currency, and spending it on small thinkers is a poor investment. It's not personal, it's purpose. You were not born to play small. You were born to expand, to elevate, to escape. So how do you know it's time to move on? Simple. If your circle doesn't challenge you, doesn't stretch your thinking, doesn't push you to become the best version of yourself, then it's no longer a circle, it's a cage. Set yourself free. Part 20. Stop ignoring your health. Wealth starts with your well-being. If you want to escape poverty, you need to stop ignoring your health. Money doesn't buy happiness, true, but it can't buy you good health either. And without good health, all the money in the world won't help you live fully, work effectively, or enjoy your success. Think about it. How many times have you worked yourself to exhaustion, skipped meals, ignored exercise, stayed up all night worrying about bills? Your body and mind are your greatest assets. Treat them as such. Poor health drains your energy, your focus, and your productivity. It increases stress, reduces motivation, and limits your ability to seize opportunities. If your mind is foggy and your body is weak, how will you have the stamina to hustle, learn, and build? Wealth is not just numbers on a screen. It's the freedom to wake up every day feeling strong and capable. And that starts with simple habits: drinking enough water, eating nutritious foods, moving your body daily, getting quality sleep, managing stress through meditation or hobbies. The discipline you show to your health is the same discipline you will apply to your finances. Ignoring your well-being is a form of self-sabotage. It's like trying to build a skyscraper on quicksand. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Your health fuels your hustle. Your energy creates your wealth. Your clarity shapes your vision. So, make a commitment. Prioritize your health as the foundation of your success. Because without it, poverty is guaranteed, no matter how much money you make. Part 21. Stop living paycheck to paycheck. Build a financial cushion. If you want to escape poverty, stop living paycheck to paycheck. It's a cycle that traps millions. Every month, you wait for that paycheck, and as soon as you get it, it's gone. Bills, rent, groceries, debt payments, all swallowed up your money before you even blink. But here's the thing. Wealth is built on stability. And stability starts with a financial cushion, a safety net, an emergency fund, a buffer that keeps you afloat when life throws a curveball. Imagine losing your job, or facing a medical emergency, or an unexpected car repair. Without savings, you panic, you scramble, you dig yourself deeper into debt. That's why financial experts say, save at least 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. That fund isn't just a pile of cash. It's your peace of mind, your freedom, your power. So, how do you build it? Start small. Even saving $10 a week compounds over time. Cut unnecessary expenses. Cook at home instead of eating out. Pause the impulsive buys. Automate your savings. The goal is progress, not perfection. The freedom that comes from having a financial cushion is priceless. It stops the stress, breaks the cycle, and lets you breathe. Once your cushion is solid, you can take calculated risks, invest in education, start a side hustle, or grow your business. Without that cushion, every risk feels like a gamble you can't afford. So commit today to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Build your financial cushion, because escaping poverty means having a safety net beneath your dreams. Part 22. Stop comparing yourself to others. Focus on your own progress. If you want to escape poverty, stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is a thief. It steals your confidence, your motivation, your peace of mind. When you constantly look at what others have, their money, their success, their possessions, you lose sight of your own journey. Every person's path is different. Your struggles, your timing, your opportunities, they are unique. Social media makes it worse. Highlight reels of other people's lives, filtered perfection everywhere you look. But remember, you don't see their hard work, their failures, their sacrifices. Comparison creates unnecessary pressure. It breeds jealousy, frustration, and even despair. Instead of appreciating your own progress, you drown in self-doubt. And that negative energy stops you from moving forward. Here's what to do instead. Focus on your own growth. Set your own goals, no matter how small. Celebrate every win, no matter how tiny. Measure your progress by your own standards. Surround yourself with people who inspire and support you. Avoid toxic comparisons. Your journey is yours. You are not behind. You are not less. You are exactly where you need to be if you keep pushing forward. Stop comparing. Start creating. Build your story, your legacy. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Part 23. Stop spending more than you earn. Master your budget. To escape poverty, stop spending more than you earn. It sounds simple, but most people fail at this basic rule. You might earn a decent paycheck, yet still find yourself broke before the next one. Why? Because your spending outpaces your income. When your expenses exceed your earnings, debts accumulates, stress piles up, and hope fades. So what can you do? Master your budget. Start by tracking every dollar that comes in and every dollar that goes out. It might be uncomfortable to face the truth, but it's necessary. Break your spending into categories: needs, wants, debts, and savings. Needs come first: housing, food, utilities, then debts. Pay at least the minimum to avoid penalties. Next, savings. Yes, saving even a small amount is crucial. And lastly, wants. Entertainment, eating out, luxury items. Be honest with yourself. Are you spending more than you earn? Cut back on wants until you're living within your means. Budgeting is not about deprivation. It's about empowerment. It lets you control your money, not the other way around. You'll sleep better, stress less, and build a foundation for wealth. Remember, no matter how much you make, if you spend more than you earn, you're digging a deeper hole. But with discipline, clarity, and a solid budget, you can stop the cycle, get ahead, and escape poverty. Start today. Know where your money goes and make every dollar work for you. Part 24. Stop chasing instant gratification. Build long-term wealth. One of the biggest traps that keeps people in poverty is chasing instant gratification. We live in a world of constant temptation. Flash sales, payday spending sprees, expensive gadgets, fancy dinners, quick thrills. The problem? Instant gratification feels good temporarily, but it often costs you long term. When you spend impulsively, you sacrifice your financial future for short-lived pleasure. Imagine planting a seed and then digging it up every day to check if it's grown. That's what chasing instant gratification is like. Wealth isn't built overnight. It's grown slowly through discipline, smart decision, and patience. This means resisting the urge to buy things you don't need right now. It means prioritizing saving and investing over spending. Think about what you want your life to look like in 5, 10, 20 years. Are your actions today helping you get there or pulling you away? Here's a strategy. Practice delayed gratification. When you feel the impulse to spend impulsively, pause. Ask yourself, will this purchase bring me closer to my financial goals or push me further away? If it's the latter, hold back. Find joy in working toward your goals, watching your savings grow, learning about investments, building your skills. This isn't about denying yourself. It's about investing in your future self. Because true wealth is freedom. The freedom to choose, to live on your terms, to give generously. Stop chasing the quick thrill. Start building lasting wealth with patience and purpose. The richest people aren't those who buy the most things. They're the ones who plan wisely and wait. Part 25. Stop surrounding yourself with negative influences. Build a positive circle. Your environment shapes your mindset. If you want to escape poverty, stop surrounding yourself with negative influences. Negative people drain your energy, doubt your dreams, and keep you stuck in old patterns. They might complain about money, criticize your ambitions, or discourage you from taking risks. The truth is, your network influences your net worth. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you to grow, and who support your vision. Seek mentors who have achieved what you want. Learn from their successes and failures. Build relationships with peers who push you to improve. Avoid toxic people who hold you back with jealousy or pessimism. Positive influences will open your mind, boost your confidence, and help you see opportunities instead of obstacles. Remember, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Ask yourself, are the people around me helping me grow financially and personally? Or are they keeping me stuck? Take control of your circle. Spend less time on negative social media, gossip, and complaining. Invest your energy in relationships that uplift and educate you. Because to change your financial story, you need a supportive environment that fuels your ambition. Stop clinging to negativity. Start building a positive circle that propels you forward. Part 26. Stop ignoring your health. Wealth starts with well-being. Many people chasing wealth make a crucial mistake. They ignore their health. You might think, if I'm poor, I can't afford to focus on health. But the truth is, wealth starts with well-being. Your body and mind are your greatest assets. Without good health, it's hard to work hard, learn, or even think clearly. Stress, fatigue, poor nutrition, and illness drain your energy and productivity. You may miss opportunities or make bad decisions simply because you're not at your best. So, stop ignoring your health. Start prioritizing it. Eat nutritious food, even on a budget. Simple meals can be powerful. Get enough sleep. Restored energy fuels success. Exercise regularly. Even a daily walk improves your mindset and stamina. Manage stress. Practice meditation, deep breathing, or hobbies that calm your mind. And seek help if you struggle with mental health. Your well-being directly impacts your ability to earn, save, and grow wealth. Think of your health as the foundation of a house. No matter how strong the walls are, without a solid foundation, the house will crumble. Invest time and care in your health today because the richest people are not just those with the biggest bank accounts. They're those with the strength and clarity to enjoy the wealth. Stop neglecting your health. Build a foundation that supports your journey out of poverty. Part 27. Stop living paycheck to paycheck. Build financial stability. Living paycheck to paycheck is a cycle that keeps many trapped in poverty. It feels like you're always one emergency away from disaster. The key to breaking this cycle is building financial stability. This starts with understanding where your money goes. Create a budget, a simple plan showing your income and expenses. Know exactly how much you earn and how much you spend. Track every expense, even the small ones that add up without you noticing. Once you know your spending habits, cut unnecessary costs. Reduce impulse buys, subscriptions you don't use, and dining out too often. Next, build an emergency fund. Start small. Save a little each paycheck. Aim to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of expenses saved. This fund protects you from unexpected bills and gives peace of mind. Financial stability also means planning ahead. Set clear financial goals, whether it's paying off debts, buying a home, or starting a business. Break those goals into manageable steps. Celebrate small wins along the way to keep motivated. Remember, escaping paycheck to paycheck living doesn't require a huge income. It requires smart money management. Even with little money, you can start making better choices. Every dollar saved and every expense tracked is a step toward freedom. Stop living paycheck to paycheck. Build financial stability one step at a time. Part 28. Stop comparing yourself to others. Focus on your own progress. Comparison is the thief of joy and a barrier to your financial freedom. In today's world, it's easy to see others' successes and feel like you're falling behind. Social media shows highlight reels, not the full story. Comparing yourself to others creates doubt and discouragement. You might think, why can't I have what they have? Or, I'm not as smart, lucky, or capable. But your journey is unique. Everyone starts from different places, faces different challenges, and moves at their own pace. Comparing yourself wastes your precious energy and steals focus from your own goals. Instead, focus on your progress, no matter how small. Celebrate the steps you take, learning a new skill, saving a bit more, or overcoming a fear. Progress is progress, no matter the speed. Set your own goals based on your values, not on what others are doing. Track your growth and reflect on how far you've come. Remember, wealth is not a race, it's a personal journey. Stop comparing yourself to others. Focus on your own path. When you shift your mindset, you'll build confidence and motivation to keep moving forward. Your success will come from your dedication to your own growth, not from trying to keep up with someone else. Part 29. Stop avoiding responsibility. Own your life and decisions. One of the biggest barriers to escaping poverty is avoiding responsibility. It's easy to blame others, your job, the government, your family, or your past. But true freedom comes when you take full ownership of your life. Responsibility means accepting that your choices shape your future. No one else controls your money, your habits, or your mindset. Yes, circumstances influence you, but they do not define you. When you stop avoiding responsibility, you gain power. Power to make changes, to learn from mistakes, and to create new opportunities. Taking responsibility also means being accountable for your actions. If something doesn't work, don't play the victim. Analyze what went wrong, learn the lesson, and try again. This mindset builds resilience and confidence. Remember, your future is the result of what you do today. Don't wait for permission or perfect conditions. Start owning your life and decisions now. Responsibility is not a burden. It's the key to your freedom. Stop avoiding it. Step up and lead your own journey out of poverty. Part 30. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Take action. Now, many people dream of escaping poverty, but they wait. They wait for the perfect job, the perfect idea, or the perfect time. But the truth is, the perfect moment rarely comes. Waiting for the right time is just another form of procrastination. If you wait for perfect conditions, you'll wait forever. Success and wealth are built through action. Even when things are uncertain, start with what you have. Take small, consistent steps. Every action, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goals. Don't fear failure or mistakes. They are part of the process and your best teachers. Momentum grows when you act. It creates confidence, new opportunities, and valuable experience. Remember, the greatest risk is not taking any risk at all. Waiting doesn't build your future. Action does. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Create your own moment with the actions you take today. The journey out of poverty starts now with your commitment to act. Part 31. Stop letting fear control you. Embrace courage to move forward. Fear is natural. Everyone feels it. But fear becomes a prison when it controls your decisions. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears keep many trapped in poverty. They stop taking risks, stop trying new things, and stop believing in their own potential. The key to escaping poverty is not the absence of fear, but the courage to act despite it. Courage doesn't mean you're fearless. It means you choose to move forward even when you're scared. Every successful person has faced fear. What sets them apart is that they didn't let fear stop them. They took action, learned from mistakes, and kept going. You can do the same. Start by acknowledging your fears without judgment. Then take small steps forward, building courage with each action. Remember, courage grows through use. The more you act despite fear, the stronger and freer you become. Don't let fear decide your future. Choose courage. Move forward today.
You've just completed one of the most important journeys of your life, a journey through the hard truths and uncommon wisdom needed to escape poverty and build a life of abundance. Let's recap what you've learned. You've been shown why you must stop focusing on lack, distraction, and excuses. You've learned to stop seeking entertainment over education and to stop thinking that money is just for spending. You've discovered that to rise, you must take full responsibility, break free from fear, validate yourself, and act boldly even when no one's watching. You now understand that wealth is not only about money, it's about mindset. It's about discipline. It's about unlearning the habits that keep you broke and learning the behaviors that build lasting success. But knowing isn't enough. Now it's time to act. Success doesn't come from watching videos. It comes from changing your habits, day by day, decision by decision. If this series spoke to your spirit, if it challenged your thinking, or if even one part helped you shift your mindset, then don't stop here. Subscribe to Money Root, the channel that's changing the way we think about money, success, and mindset. Here, we don't just talk, we transform. We don't chase hype. We chase wisdom, growth, and generational wealth. So hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and join a community of people who are not just surviving. They're building their own route to wealth. This is Money Route. Your path to freedom starts now.